I tell you, they say that practice makes perfect. And that's what I like about this video. It's an exercise in taking a shade tab and modifying that shade tab with MiYO. We're not going to fire it though, but we're going to modify the shade tab with MiYO so we can get different type of effects. Effect number one is adding cervical color so we get a gradation of that color without blotching. And you will see that MiYO has a tendency to dispense when we float the color on top of a glaze, and that's how MiYO works, is that you're actually stacking colors on top of different layers of fluid, which is the liquid ceramic. And that's the way we make it work. So the fundamental foundation is placing the glaze on and then floating that color across that glaze surface so it dissipates and creates a nice blend without blotching. And then we can also create unique incisal edges looking at a tooth next door, whether it be a photograph or in real life. I just did that the other day on an anterior implant on a central, where we can customize that and really make it blend in with 1 or 2 firings. And it's a nice tool to have, even if you're not a in-office CAD/CAM person. What I'm teaching classes with now is even doctors that are getting restorations back from the lab. You can use MiYO Esthetic to add characterization, to fine-tune a restoration without sending it back to the lab, and deliver that in the same appointment. So that's the beauty of this exercise. There are furnaces that you can get to support this in your office. They're fairly reasonably priced, the CS by Ivoclar or the CS2. Here I actually have the Programmat 510, but a good ceramic furnace will allow you to do this. The settings are listed on my website, so it's easy to program those settings in. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this workflow using a shade tab, modifying that shade tab using the same principles that we would use if we were modifying a ceramic that we're going to put through a firing process. This is a good exercise to engage in, to learn your skill set. I use it in my classes all the time. And you can also use it in your office if you're involved with your team members. Show them this video, practice, 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 and pretty soon you'll feel very comfortable, because what you see in MiYO is what will come out of the furnace. With just a little caveat, I usually find that I have to add probably 10% more saturation of colors. Once they fire, then they'll be just about right. So let's go ahead and get started with this workflow and have some fun.
We'll start out with the glaze. This is the foundation, the liquid ceramic that sits on your restoration that allows you to build in colors and float them. Our first technique here is using a dentinal color. In this case, it's A. Notice the technique. We're taking that, rather than brushing it into the liquid ceramic of the glaze underneath, we're floating it across a lateral stroke. And then once you place that color, you'll see it start to dissipate. And then you'll use the tip of that brush and lightly dab that surface, particularly here. You just watch how it changes colors on you and it dissipates out and it looks good. To build the incisal effects, we start with smoke. That's the foundational color, bringing the value down, creating that incisal translucency, working it around the line angles into the primary depressions. Now here on the distal, if you want to add more color, we're going to do it twice. We're going to bring back and add a little bit more. It's like painting. You place the saturation, then you move the saturation around until you get what you want. Just that in itself looks great, bringing down the value, creating an incisal translucency. And then to accent that, that's where Storm comes in really handy. We're going to accent at the incisal component of the primary depression. Centrals have 2, where it pops that translucency effect just a little bit more. And then we can work that around the line angles as well. Once our low value is in place, we'll take the tip of that brush, mix the Storm into the smoke, and creating that striation effect between the mamelons down from the incisal depression. So what we're doing here is building that incisal effect. bringing in the low value, accent with storm, and then we'll contrast using higher value options. Here, this is Halo Spring to enhance the incisal halo. And you can see how it just really makes that contrast between the low value and high value. Then we'll come with a combo of lumen and snow, that's 70 to 30%. So keep the snow really low, 30% of the snow. And here we'll create enamel effects, building that over the low value of the storm and the smoke. In many cases, when I'm working through this exercise, I have a photograph or I'm looking at the patient, building in those harmonious characteristics to really make it melt and blend in the mouth. And this is the beauty of MiYO. We're layering the liquid on top of each other where it holds its form and shape and color distribution. Now in this case, we want to lower the value in the midsection of the tooth. That's with smoke. And you'll see this subtle floating, lowering that value to give more of a translucent effect. And then come back and finish up with the necessary enamel characteristics. This is more about technique. Watch the tip of the brush. Watch how we float. Decalcification options. It's about dabbing and letting that high value dissipate to make it look really natural.
Wasn't that a lot of fun? This is what I do when I learn or I get a new product. I will use it and practice with it until I can get that technique and that flow down and the feel for how you layer ceramics on this liquid ceramic of MiYO. You can layer it in different layers. You can also sit there and mix it together based on what you're trying to accomplish. And it's something that's really nice to have in our clinical theater. So this is a skill set I'd suggest you practice with. This is what I do in my classes. I warm people up on shade tabs before I take them to the ceramic and we fire it. One thing I have noted with MiYO is that I'd like to add a little more saturation than I want, maybe 10% more, because once it fires, it's going to look a little more neutralized, but it's really, really, really close. So I hope you had fun watching this video. I'd suggest that you practice yourself, get your team together, practice with your team, and it will work really well for you. As dentist, even when I'm doing composites, I like doing freehand composites because I love to create and I love to build. I kind of get that same feel here with MiYO, to be able to create and build an effect that blends into the dentition. It's a great skill set to have to offer your patients and also the workflow within your practice. So it's just another thing that we can learn to do really well. If you have any comments or questions, make sure you post them below. I want to hear what you have to say. Until the next video, you take care of yourself. Bye now.